Now more on the story we first told you about last Friday. If it feels like media coverage of the Donald Trump presidency has been incredibly negative so far, there are some numbers to back that up tonight. Researchers at Harvard have put it in writing. Fox News media analyst and host of Fox's Media Buzz, Howard Kurtz, has the specifics from Washington. Good evening, Howie. Good
evening, Brett. The constant barrage of criticism is inescapable.
Donald Trump now sits at the threshold of impeachment.
We need to be very clear. If anyone else in the government disclosed information like this to the Russians as described, it would be a crime and that person would go to jail.
No politician in history, and I say this with great surety, has been treated worse or more unfairly.
A new study now supports the president's claim. Harvard's Shorenstein Center has some startling findings on major media coverage of the president's first 100 days. 80% of stories with a clear tone were negative, only 20% positive. And that's twice as negative as the comparable coverage for Barack Obama. Now, the level of criticism varies issue by issue. Immigration, 96% negative. Fitness for office, 81% negative. Trump's best subject, the economy, 54% negative. The breakdown by news organization is rather revealing. On CNN and NBC, coverage of the president was 93% negative. CBS just slightly behind at 91% negative. The major newspapers, the New York Times, 87% negative. Washington Post, 83%. That drops down to 70% for the Wall Street Journal. The study cited Fox News as the most balanced organization, 52% negative, 48% positive. Researchers looked at each network's main newscast, in this case, Special Report. The negativity echoes even louder for this reason. Donald Trump drew 3 times as much coverage on national TV as previous presidents, featured in more than 4 out of every 10 stories. Now, Trump critics say the coverage is more negative because this president is more divisive and his associates are under investigation by Congress, the FBI, now a special counsel. But with 3 networks so slanted based on this Harvard study that fewer than 1 in 10 stories has anything positive to say about the president, some self-examination might be in order. Brett?
Howie, thank you.